With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series fires things off for the first points-paying race of season number 5. That's right, under the light Sin City action tonight in the Casino Royale 152. Drivers gonna rip up the pavement for 100 laps around this 1.5 mile D-shaped oval here, nestled just outside of the Sunset Strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Gonna be a hot and heavy race under the lights here tonight in the midst of the desert. Qualifying already underway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside, and as qualifying has already ticked off 1.5 minutes off of the 5-minute stopwatch. I tell you what, let's go ahead and get rid of your track information and go ahead and throw that timing and scoring up to the left-hand side of your screen. Top of the speed charts for now. With that provisional pole here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Eric Norwitzki takes the top spot. Now Cody Schultz gonna shoot to the top of the speed charts. Quick time. Well, Daniel Jensen, he's gonna snatch that one away. 30:61 is the quick time for now for Daniel Jensen in his Toyota Tundra. Now Patrick DeSaulnier will dethrone them all. The king back on the track. The 93 of DeSaulnier will run the fastest time here in qualifying. 30:58 on the board now for your pole position. 23 drivers already on the speed charts, and we've still got at least 7 or 8 out there yet to put in their time lap. Over 30 drivers making the trip out west to race under the lights once again, but points will be on the line this time around. Drivers going to begin to settle themselves in after last week's non-points paying race at Daytona International Super Speedway. The Daytona Clash kicking things off last week here in season number 5 for the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. TJ Grober gonna grab the top spot for now. Quick time belongs to Grober in his 45 Chevy Silverado. 30:58 is the fast time here. 25 drivers have turned in a timed lap, and we're down to just about a minute and a half remaining on the stopwatch. Darren Clement, David Gage, Clark Jenikin, David Cameron, and Jesse Hedges still yet to put in their time lap, so at least 5 more drivers trying to vie for that pole position. Josiah Strauss with a good run at it. He's going to put that 6 machine inside the top 10. Nicholas Wing going to go 10th. He's going to bump back to 11th as Darren Clement breaks into the top 10. A lot of drivers here tonight. Big field for tonight's first points paying race here in season number 5 for the American Sim Motorsports HAUCK Designs Truck Series. I want to give a big shout out to all the fans in the stands. Sold out, packed house here tonight with 29 drivers on the speed chart with 45 seconds remaining. TJ Grober gonna be dethroned at the end. Clark Jenikin, last season's champion, takes the top spot. 30:53 is now the quick time, and nobody gonna have enough time to dethrone Jenikin at the top of the speed charts. The 27 will roll off from the pole position. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Head trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Back track side as the drivers start the engines and roll off. Bells begin to toll in the background. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the Casino Royale 152 right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Starting inside row number 1 in that 27 machine, Clark Jenikin. TJ Gruber just to his outside to Sauter and Jensen back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, Eric Norwitzki and Cody Schultz. Back in row number 4, Patrick Coro and Darren Clement. Dutton and Woods back rounding out the top 10. There you can see Justin Gann sliding outside row number 6. Back in row number 7 tonight, Nicholas Swing, followed by Zach Miller. Brian Tiffany, Lucas Line back in row number 8 and row 9 here tonight, Dylan Ussery and Patrick Henrata. Stephen Ayers Jr., Nick Burlow round out your top 10. Decker and Cage back in row 11. Row number 12 here tonight, Duncan Fall and Brian Darnowski. Scott Bellum, Brinson Hunt back in row 13. Row 14 here tonight, the 23 truck in the 7 of Ed Howe. Larry Poling, Jesse Hedges, David Cameron round out the field, and we are ready to go. Green flag racing this time by. Music will fade, engines will come to life, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Field off through the gears, everybody looks clean and clear so far here tonight. No troubles at all for these drivers, everybody chasing each other down into turn 1 and 2. Back off of turn 2, big mix-up here between all of these drivers. Taking that pole position was last season's champion in his Kitty Coin 27 Toyota Tundra, Clark Jenikin, picking up right where he left off, leading this field 4-5, now making 6 trucks, all single file back across the line. Lap number 1 in the books, clean and clear. We're ready to roll here tonight. Let's go ahead and throw that timing and scoring up to the left-hand side of your screen for you. Janikin leading this charge to the outside. Here comes Daniel Jensen, the 11 at the top of the speedway. Looks like he's going to lose a handful of positions, getting freight trained on that outside, looking for a way back in line. Will he be able to get there? Yes, he does this time by. We're going to jump back around that 15th position, back about mid-pack. We've still got a lot of drivers mixing things up, battling for a position. Oh, it looks like the 91 up the track. Actually, that's the 99 of Nicholas Wing. Some trouble here for a Wing. He's going to drop 2 positions from where he started. Now the 99 moving the wrong way. No, it is the 91. Patrick Coro up there on the high side. 3 wide out of 4. 3 wide through the triangle, back across the line. The 99 and the 89 going side by side. 3 wide, including the 91 of Coro on the outside. And Rada trying to make some moves back here in the 18th position. Whoa, truck's a little sideways coming out of turn number 2. There you can see that 8 machine stuck on the high side. David Gage coming into the picture. Gage trying to make up some positions here. Brody Tolsky making up 6 positions from where he qualified already. Tolsky on the move. Lap number 5 in the books. We're going to jump around the track a little bit more. What do you say, race fans? Go back here with Justin Gann. That 30 on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make up a handful of positions, battling with that 99. To his inside, the Kitty Coin 30 of Justin Gann, trying to get the power down around the outside, trying to keep the momentum up. Lap number 5 comes to a close this time by. Still clean and clear here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. You want to know what the front of the field looks like? It looks a little something like this. Clark Jenikin still leading Darren Clement, the 32 right there. A little bit of a slip up as the 32 of Clement goes up the track. Things heating up right back here. Tail end of this lead pack. Drivers going 2 wide at times. The 11 of Daniel Jensen able to get himself back in line. Big battles going on through the rest of this field. Everybody knows the tail. Still look at this hornet's nest back here. Drivers all over each other. Back outside of your top 10. Zach Miller, Justin Gann, Dylan Ussery, Robert Hanratty. Dave Gage, Duncan Falls, Stephen Ayers Jr., Brian Tiffany, Brody Tolsky, all involved in this. You can call it about a 10-truck melee going on here. Coming across the stripe, lap number 8 now goes on the board. 71 of Ussery trying to keep the 404 of Gage back behind him. Not going to find a way by just yet. Looking to do so on the bottom lane, down the back stretch into turn number 3. He'll pull even with the safe flight. 71 down into 3. Ussery going to lose that position. That's going to open up the door for the 8 of Hanrata to come right in as well. Robert making a reemergence on the scene and trying to make his way back up through this field. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Nick Wing trying to make up a handful of positions. There you can see Justin Gann beginning to get ate up by David Gage. Meanwhile, here you go, back at the front, the mix-up going on up here. I'm telling you, truck drivers all over each other. After Darren Clement with a slip-up back on about lap number 7, getting stuck on the high side. That's opened up the door for DeSauner to take that second position away. Darren Clement now stuck on the outside. Norwitzki looking to the inside in his 48 Chevy Silverado. Here comes Chris Woods. TJ Gruber right there as well. Gruber falling 4 positions here tonight from where he qualified. Outside pole position to Gruber. Now back in 6th. Drivers all over each other, still side-by-side battles at the front of the field, side-by-side battles in the mid-pack. We'll jump around the racetrack once again, trying to bring you some of the action all over the raceway here. A little closer to the sounds. Sights and sounds here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, almost second to none. And I tell you what, it's a little bit early, but why don't we get that blood pumping, the blood flowing? Why don't we mute the mics for just a second and head trackside for a little turn it up. Doesn't get much better than that, huh, race fans? Up close and personal with all of the action here tonight at the Casino Royale 152 in the heart of Sin City. That's right, Las Vegas Motor Speedway hosting the first points-paying race here in season number 5 for the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Your pole sitter continuing to lead all 14 laps so far. Clark Janikin getting the job done, putting the field and competitors on notice. Defending series champion looking to get to victory lane in the first points race of this season, leading this field still. Nobody really challenging him for the time being. Looks like Darren Clement in the 17 of Chris Woods also content to just run nose to tail right now. Your front 3 all single file. A little bit of a mix up after that. There you can see, I believe, and that is the 48 of Patrick. No, that's Norwelski down there on the bottom of the racetrack going to the inside of DeSauner. DeSauner up at the top of the racetrack. You can see front of this field dominated by drivers with that Kitty Coin sponsorship on their quarter panels and hoods. In 26 of Bailey Dutton making his way up into the mix. Bailey with a good run so far here tonight, up 3 positions from where he started from. Lucas Lyons right there in 7th. Grover back in 8th. Daniel Jensen in 9th, and Cody Schultz rounds out your top 10. And as we continue tonight's race, we're going to jump around the track once again. Let's jump back around that 15th position. It's a bit of a hornet's nest still going on back here You can feel it in the air. Intensity picking up lap after lap as drivers run closer and closer, trying to shake themselves out into a good riding position here. 100 laps on the board for tonight's official race distance. That's 152 miles. It's going to be a long night ahead of all of these HAUCK Designs Truck Series drivers. And it's never too early to mention green flag pit stops, all right? We're 18 laps into this thing, all green flag. When are these truck drivers going to have to brake and come to pit road to get fresh tires and fuel? Will it be a one-stop race, or maybe I believe it's going to be a two-stop race at best, a two-stop race. And will that stretch things out? Everybody's still kind of running all over each other right now. You can see it, 12 seconds separating first to 30th. And I mean, that's not that much of time to be separating a 30 truck field here at a 1.5 mile track. Las Vegas Motor Speedway hosting tonight's Casino Royale 152. I'm telling you, it is hot and heavy in the back of this field. Gage still trying to get by Ussery and Hanratter up there in that 18th position. How about this slick looking ride right here? You know we gotta mention him. How about that machine? I'm telling you, that 7 Chevy Zio Camaro up there looking like the Tron Turn 3 machine. I like it. The Tron truck. Brought to you by the Turn 3 sponsorship on Ed HAUCK's Chevy Silverado. That thing looks absolutely sweet, Ed. We do appreciate the nod and the tip of the cap running that paint scheme out there tonight. Job well done, my man. One of the sharpest I've seen in quite some time. We do appreciate the love. And well, let's get that thing a little further in the field, huh? 25th right now for that 7 of Ed HAUCK. He's got Brian Tarnowski and Scott Bellum running with him right now. The 28 of Tarnowski behind him. One of Scott Bellum just going by on the inside lane there. You can see him still keeping his Ford F-150 wound up, trying to run down Brian Tiffany for 23rd. As the battles continue to rage back here in the back of the pack, let's move back around that 15th position. Here's the 6 of Josiah Strauss trying to run down the side-by-side battle. In front of him, Ryan Decker, Justin Gann going at it side-by-side out of turn number 2. They go. Decker at the top with Gann on the bottom. Can the 13 make his way around and get a little closer to a top 10? And as we've got the battles in the back, the battles in mid-pack, we've still got battles at the front. How about we jump back inside of your top 5 right here? The 17 of Chris Woods running in 6th, battling with Narwitsky right now for that 6th and 7th position. Lucan's Lions starting to set sail just a little bit there. You can see Lions in that 94 Gaming Chief machine getting down into turn number 3. The 94 looking for a handful of positions here. Your top 3 drivers, however, they have begun to walk away from the field. There you go. Race leader, pole sitter here tonight, the Kitty Coin 27 Toyota Tundra. Clark Janikin leading this field. He's led all 24 laps so far here tonight. Darren Clement right there behind him with the 93 of DeSaulnier in tow. A lot of great action all over this track, so we'll continue to jump around a little bit. I tell you what, race fans, why don't we go high above the track with one of the turn 3 drone cams here tonight. Let's follow along as Ussery trying to get by Stephen Ayers Jr. Slick, Matt Black, and chromed out the 62 Ayers iRacing paints. Wrap on that Ford Mustang. Heck of a run so far here tonight for Stephen Ayers Jr. rounding out your top 20 as drivers head down the backstretch into turn 3 once again. And we'll jump around to some different cameras. Once again, what do you say, race fans? Crazy good racing action all over this field. Still green flag racing here tonight. Safe Flight 71 trying to make his way by Stephen Ayers Jr., but just not able to get there just yet. Stephen Ayers Jr. able to keep that position for the time being. And now it does look like drivers slowly starting to run into that single file formation. It's taken 27 laps for these drivers to somewhat settle in. And I say somewhat settle in, then we got to look back at the front. Once again, the 26 of Bailey Dutton now able to break his way into the top 4. And how about a look off of the tail end? Or better yet, do we got one of the onboard camera shots? Yes, we do. Let's go and take a look at the man putting in work inside of his office. How about Bailey Dutton getting the job done here tonight? You're definitely going to see him under the lights with that bright yellow fluorescent driver suit on. You're not going to miss him at all. Bailey Dutton sitting in the 4th position. We'll take a look and see what the driver sees here. Trying to run down those top 3 nose to tail. Dutton has got to make up 1.1 seconds to get to the tail end of the Saunter. We'll see how long these drivers can stay single file, how soon they can catch the front of this field. Last time by race leader Janikin and Clement turning in the same time laps, 31.64. Dutton turning in a 31.73, so just about a tenth off of the pace is Dutton right now with the 94 of Lucas Lyons beginning to close in. And we are now starting to see that single file take place. More battles back here near that 20th position. Dylan Ussery right here in the 71 machine has the 38 of Zach Miller tucked in line right behind him. Miller trying to make up a handful of positions. He's dropped 6 from the start of the race. Started all the way up in 14th and now running in the 20th position. Stephen Ayers Jr. losing 3 spots from where he qualified here tonight. Now down to the 22nd position. So we've got comers, we've got goers, and right now, going is not what you want to do. 30 laps into tonight's 100-lap main event. Here in the first points paying race in season number 5 for the ASMR HAUCK Design Truck Series. And again, race fans, there's battles all over the track, so we're trying to stay with some of the biggest, some of the closest battles out there. Let's jump back to the battle right around that 10th position there. You can see that 88 of Nick Burlow just off in front of Justin Gann. The 30 has been able to pick up 2 positions now, rounding out your top 10. He's got a fast 17 Toyota Tundra of Chris Woods behind him. Cody Schultz right there as well. Biggest movers of the race, though, that 88 of Nick Burlow up 11 positions here tonight. Burlow looking for the front of this field. And if I'm not mistaken, I've seen a sweet little diecast there of Burlow's machine in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, if you're not a member of the league, look for him. You can find him right there on Facebook.com, as well as the iRacing Leagues directory. Just head on in there. American Sim Motor Racing is the name. Find them. You can rub elbows with some big names and big shots inside of these trucks each and every Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop them a thumbs up. That lets them know that you do enjoy the action they bring to you each and every Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And green flag pit stops underway. Daniel Jensen, Nick Burlow, and Scott Schultz to pit road this time by. And as we were saying, if you haven't already, join us in that constant push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we appreciate each and every one of you, and a lot of drivers now coming to pit road. It's a mass exodus from the track. About your top 10 come to pit road. Janikin, Clement, Saunter, Dutton, Lyons, Norwitzki, Grober, Decker, Hanratta, Woods, Hedge, Gage, Bellum, Ayers Jr., HAUCK, Ussery, Fall, Poling, all to pit road this last time by. That's going to give us our first new race leader of the night. Justin Gann going to keep his machine out there and grab a lap or two. Let here. Oh, got to be easy coming to pit road. Gann almost getting out of shape coming to pit road. Well, he was out of shape was getting out of shape. Tarnowski also joining the drivers on the pit road. Tell you what, let's go back here with the 27 of Clark Janikin. Janikin looking to reassume the race lead. We've had one lead change, two different race leaders here tonight. No caution flags to speak of. 36 laps into tonight's race. One green flag pit stop already down, and I do believe I may end up right on this one. I think we're going to have ourselves at least one more green flag pit stop right around that lap 70 mark, and then we should see a run to the end. Everybody should be able to make it from there. Clark Janikin going to go back to the point, reassume the race lead once again after failing to lead just 2 laps here under the green flag pit cycle. But as we've seen before that round of green flag pit stops, this is where everything begins to get interesting. Drivers, pit crews, all involved. It's up to the driver to get the truck in and out of pit road as fast as possible, and it's up to those crew members to get the truck serviced as quick as possible. Last time around, we were looking through the timing and scoring. Right now, it looks like the fastest pit crew out there belongs to Ryan Decker in that 12 machine, getting a 4-tire stop in fuel and whoa, no. TJ Grober, 13.97 for that pit crew. My gosh. They must be on a bottle of Nos down there. TJ Grober's pit crew on fire. Ryan Decker will turn in the fastest lap of the race last time around, running in that 9th position. Let's go back, take a look at Decker's sweet ride. Got the Sour Patch on the side of that thing once again here. Love it. We mentioned that in the Daytona Clash. Absolutely love me some Sour Patch Kids. Pretty much buy a pack of them every morning at the convenience store. But that's another story. Right now, Decker hounding Daniel Jensen in the 11 Toyota Tundra just off in front of him. Jensen looking to have a fairly good run here tonight so far, running in that 8th position, qualified in 4th, so still running in the top 10. Decker having a good go so far. But at the front, let's talk about the man leading this race. Clark Janikin had that 69-32 machine of Darren Clement right behind him, right on his bumper, coming to the green flag pit stops. He had just over a second advantage when we hit the track, getting back up to speed. Darren Clement has since brought that gap a little bit closer now, just 0.8 of a second separating your top 2 drivers, but a bit of a gap back now begins to develop from Clement to DeSaulner. '69 machine, Larry Poling right there, splitting Darren Clement from Janikin for the time being, so he's going to utilize a little bit of that draft. And big shout out to Larry Poling, sporting the Turn 3 sponsorship on that machine as well, going with the Turn 3 blue as the primary. Like it, dig it, love it, my man. We appreciate it. Salute to you. Poling with a little bit of a struggle on the long green flag run here. He is listed as the first driver, 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. So hoping for a caution here before too many other trucks get put 1 lap down. But fortunate enough, he is right here following your race leader. So possibly going to be able to make his way around a handful of cars if he can stay right here. Darren Clement down to the bottom of the racetrack. Poling goes to the top to give the line to the lead lap machines. And back across the line once again, lap number 43 now goes in the bag. We are rolling towards halfway here tonight in Sin City, the Casino Royale 152, the American Sim Motorsports HAUCK Design Truck Series. Let's jump back to another battle. We've got 3-4 trucks all lined up right here, just about 2/10 separating all of these drivers on track. Justin Gann leading these 4 trucks on track right here. Gann followed by Lucas Lyons, Nick Burlow right there, Eric Norwitzki in the 48 Chevy Silverado running in the 7th position. Daniel Jensen right there in 8th and 9th place. Ryan Decker And then you got a little bit of a gap back to the 45 of TJ Grover, who rounds out your top 10. Burlow, man, we got to give this man some love. We got to show him some appreciation, man. Getting around this track is one thing, but Burlow up 14 positions from where he qualified all the way back in 20th. Now knocking on the door of a top 5. Man, what a run for Burlow. Let's see if we've got some other battles going on track. Let's see just outside of your top 15. Let's go take a look at this one. Beginning to unfold, the 404 of Dave Gage sitting in that 15th position. He's got Nicholas Wing, Chris Woods, Bailey Dutton all lined up nose to tail right behind him. Ed Hauck looking to the inside of the 26. Now the 7 will take over that 18th position, but Bailey gonna say not so fast. A little bit of a side draft through 1 and 2. They'll drag race down the back stretch. Advantage to the 26 for now. Big push out of Stephen Ayers Jr. Almost kicking that 7 machine sideways. You can see it get a little bit of tail happy in the back stretch. Ed Hauck gonna lose that 18th position now and fall back to 19th, but Hauck still making his way up through the field. He's up 9 positions from where he started tonight's race. So moving to the front right around the in contact between Stephen Ayers Jr. and Hauck. Slight contact between those two truck drivers that sends Hauck up the speedway, and Ayers Jr. gonna take the position for the time being a little bit further back in the field. Let's go check out this battle. 23rd, 24th. Well, you might as well go ahead and include Tarnowski running in that 22nd spot. The gray and pink purple. I don't even know what color that is. I like it though. It's like an Easter color. That is the 28 of Brian Tarnowski and his Chevy Silverado. Looking good here tonight. Just a little bit off pace as we watch the 35 of Brian Tiffany trying to run down Dylan Ussery for that 23rd position. This trio of trucks have lost some positions from where they qualified here tonight, trying to make their way back up through this field. And I tell you what, why don't we jump back up here to the front? Not only closing in, but making a pass for a podium position. Justin Gann moves his kitty coin 30. Ford F-150 inside your podium spots right at the halfway point. Man, things getting good, hot and heavy here at the front. Your top 2 drivers absolutely gone. Janikin Clement stepping out to a 4.2 second advantage over Justin Gann right here, running in that 3rd position, but Gann able to stay out 1 lap further on fuel, so he'll have a little bit more fuel in his tank, be able to stretch it at least 1 more lap further this next time around. I'm not sure it's going to be all that critical, not sure it's going to matter all that much, but nonetheless, he is going to try to stay out there if he can. Try to lead another lap or 2, as the most laps led here tonight gonna go to the man that walked away with the pole award here tonight, the last season's champion, walking away with the hardware in season number 4, leading this field at the front, the 27 Toyota Tundra driver Clark Janikin, getting the job done, showing the way, picking them off 1 by 1. And I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and run down your mid-race report. Have a little driver highlight and spotlight session here. Man leading this field at the front. Clark Janikin not playing around one bit. Dominating performance so far here tonight for the Kitty Coin 27 driver inside of his Toyota Tundra. Clark Janikin continues to lead tonight at Las Vegas. Hot on his trail pretty much all night long as the man had a kiss of me, Florida, the 32 East Coast Motorsports driver sporting the Kitty Coin, a Bruzy Airs Eye Racing Paints Butt Kicker sponsorship here in season number 5. Darren Clement with a good run so far here tonight. Clement sits in second. Making some moves and making a splash. Driver straight out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. An ERB Custom Rigs Kitty Coin number 30 machine, Justin Gann, sits in third in his Ford F-150. And we've got 3 manufacturers in the top 3 spots. Yeah, how about that for a manufacturer's battle? The man sitting just behind Gann back in that 4th position, Patrick DeSauner, has pretty much been in your top 5 all night long. Dropped out of the top 5 for the green flag pit stops, but DeSauner still running close to where he qualified, up in 3rd right now. That 93 Toyota Tundra sits in 4th. Rounding out your top 5 with a little bit of a buffer back to his next driver is that 94 of Lucas Lyons. Lyons having a good go at it here tonight, up 11 positions from where he qualified from. Great run so far under the lights here tonight in the Casino Royale 152. And where's your biggest mover? Let's go check in with Jesse Hedges. Great run here tonight for that 33 machine. You'll see him go through 1 and 2 this time by the 33, trying to gain a handful of more positions. Started all the way back in 30th and are now sitting in the 12th position. So a great run up through the field for this 33. And that's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights, your mid-race report here on lap 57. Back across the line, Clark Jenikin continues to lead. He's still got Darren Clement right there in tow. Lap machine right behind him. Brenton Hunt falling yet another lap down, falling victim to the fast times of your race leader at the front of the field. Hunt now going to be listed 4 laps down. And as we continue this long green flag run, 58 laps of green flag racing now in the bag to open up tonight's Casino Royale 152 right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 31 drivers took to the starting grid. We've still got all 31 on track with 27 left on the lead lap. No caution flags to speak of. 2 race leaders, 2 lead changes here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He ain't come to play with it tonight. He's come to he showed up to show out, sitting in that 27 machine. That truck is absolutely bad fast. And as things kind of settle themselves in here on lap number 60 at the front of the field, Darren Clement looks to be pretty content with just riding for now in that 2nd position. Might think about making a move a little bit closer to the end of tonight's race in the checkered flag. So what do you say we jump around the track just a little bit, go back here, battle for that 20th position. There's Brian Tarnowski, Stephen Ayers Jr., Patrick Coro all going at it for a position on track. Bailey Dutton just off in the foreground, trying to step away from these drivers. A run down that 17 of Chris Woods. Woods losing a little bit of time there to the 10 of Cody Schultz, who sits in the 16th position. Let's go check out. Where's my man at? There he is, right there, just off in the distance. A turn 3 Tron truck. I love it, man. Ed, we have got to get that paint. Oh, there you can see some scrapes on the side of that 7 truck from the contact between himself and Stephen Ayers Jr. And Ed HAUCK just hasn't been able to recover ever since that contact has just kind of been stuck and stymied back here in that 22nd position. Not really losing ground, but not really gaining any either. Just kind of stuck, stagnant right now in that 22nd position. Tell you what, let's jump a little further up here. Let's take a look at this battle as now the 91 of Coro begins to run down Bailey Dutton. Dutton sitting in the 18th position as Coro with the run. The 91 drops to the bottom of the racetrack. It's not going to be much of a... Oh, we almost gave that position away a little too soon. We said it wasn't going to be much of a fight, but here comes Dutton on the outside, not giving way, not giving up. 26 truck keeps it wound up. The Toyota Tundra trying to fight hard on the outside. He's going to take a big power move for that 26 to keep that outside lane running. And look at that launch out of 2 on the high side. Sir, you have proved us wrong. Job well done on the high side for Bailey Dutton, able to keep that 91 at bay. Coro with a big run through the corner. Look to have that position. Look to have Dutton dead to rights on the high side, but no, Dutton said, not going to happen, not going to have it. The U.S. Auto Sales 26 Toyota Tundra running well here on the high side. Keeping that position away for the time being. The 91 going to search for a little bit of speed as now Daniel Jensen comes to pit road. 35 laps away from the end of tonight's race. Jensen looking to come to pit road and run this thing backwards like a road course. As soon as the fuel window opened, that 11 ducked to pit road. Will the undercut work out? Will it be enough to make up that much time? We'll have to wait and see and find out. TJ Gruber now pulling to pit road this time around. That's going to mix up a lot of this running order as drivers with very different strategies for this last pit stop. Jensen will fall off of the lead lap. TJ Gruber also going to fall off of the lead lap this time around. And there you can see that one of Scott Bellum. I believe that is the one of Bellum making his way up to speed. Lucas Lyons, Nick Burlow, Robert Hanratta all to pit road this time by Nicholas Swing. Cody Schultz will follow suit as well. Top drivers on the track continuing to stay out. Let's go check out this little battle. Patrick DeSaunter not able to let Justin Gann get away. You don't want to let the drivers get away, but he's absolutely hanging on to the tail end of that 30 machine as now Decker and Nowalski both come to pit road, joining a big cycle of trucks down to pit road for what could be the final stop of the race. And we haven't talked about it all night, race fans. We didn't think it was going to come into factor or come into play tonight. These drivers with just 3 sets of tires in the pit lane. So 4 sets of tires overall to try to manage this 100-lap race. And Clark Janikin going to pull to pit road. That's going to give us our third lead change amongst 3 different drivers. Darren Clement, new race leader. Is the tire strategy. All of these trucks are going to have at least one more set in the bag if we get a caution flag here. And coming down to the final 30 laps or so. Whoa, Justin Gann sideways coming to pit road. That is a driver getting everything he can out of the machine. My gosh. Sideways on the pit road is Justin Gann as Darren Clement continues to stay out, continues to lead some laps here tonight. Looking through pit road, doesn't look like we've got any pit road penalties. The pit road police not popping anybody, and Clement may be out of gas. Darren Clement may be out of gas early. Way down on the apron. Oh, I'm not sure this is going to work out and pan out very well for him. There you can see the 69 of Larry Poling also pulling to pit road this time by. Back to the 27 truck, though. Clark Janikin needs to get back around one more time to reassume the race lead. He's going to put the 35 of Brian Tiffany down 1 lap once again here. Tiffany trying to break into the top 20, sitting in 24th for the time being. Zach Miller will take control of the race now. Miller to the point. That's going to be 4 and 4 for race leaders, 4 lead changes, no cautions to speak of. 71 laps in the bag. Green flag action. Big moment there for Stephen Ayers Jr. Almost throwing this thing away. Stephen Ayers Jr. all sorts of out of shape in that 62 Ford F-150. Janikin reassumes the race lead as Zach Miller goes to pit road. That's going to be our 5th lead change of the night now. And I don't think anybody's going to be close to running this man down. Janikin with a 5.8 second advantage over Justin Gann. It's all but in the bag here. Janikin just has to walk this thing on home for about another 28 laps or so. And he's got quite a gap to gamble and work with here, so you don't have to be absolutely lights out lap after lap. Janikin getting the job done, dominating here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Casino Royale 152. Let's go back to one of the biggest battles right here. Check this one out. We've got some lap trucks involved. We've got the 404 of Dave Gage trying to take a position away. The 11 of Daniel Jensen right there. You can see the 8 of Robert Hanratta right there as well. Nicholas Wing coming up in the mix. The 99 machine. No slouch here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Inside the top 15 for almost the entire night. A Wing looking for a position, and we'll grab one away from Hanratta for the moment. Strauss, Gage, Jensen, Wing, Hanratta, Hedges, Dutton, Schultz, all chasing after position on the track here. Close little battle. Strauss trying to take a position away from Darren Clement, who's just out in front. The Clement out, I say just out in front, about 6 seconds out in front, actually. You can see a few lap machines in between Gage and Strauss as Gage goes to the bottom of the racetrack and takes that 10th position away. The 404 breaks back into the top 10 position. How about we go back up to a battle at the front of this pack, race fans? We've got a battle for second beginning to brew. Let's check in on this one. Justin Gann, Patrick DeSauner going at it nose to tail, second and third on the track. 17 of Chris Woods listed multiple laps down here tonight. Woods running back in the 29th position. And after R2 green flag runs here tonight, we have got a handful of drivers off of the lead lap. Only 22 trucks left on the lead lap, to be exact. I apologize. 18 now as Janikin just gone. Another zip code at this point in time. The 27 truck, absolutely dominating performance. He's led basically the entire night, except for, let's go ahead and say, 10 laps to the rest of the field. So as we work our way around the track on lap number 76, Larry Poling able to get by Brody Tolsky back for the 26th position. 66 out of the 76 laps led here tonight by Clark Janikin after snatching the pole position. Lights out already. Unbelievable pace inside of his truck. And I tell you what, let's jump back to that battle once again. Battle for position inside of your top 3. Podium positions at stake right here for Justin Gann and Patrick DeSauner. They've got a little bit of a gap and a buffer back to the 88 of Nick Burlow, who's up 16 spots. Burlow qualified 20th, sitting in 4th right now. Just hoping one of these two drivers, or maybe even both of them, make a mistake coming to the final few laps in tonight's race. Lap number 21 now goes on the board. 21 to go as lap 79 goes on the board. We'll spit it out right, we promise. Long list of drivers, one lap down there. You can see it over on the left-hand side of your screen. Green flag racing all night long here tonight. We are down to just 20 laps to go. 80 laps of green flag racing to kick off the first points paying race here in season number 5 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Man, what a night. Didn't think it could get much better following the Daytona Clash, but these drivers setting out to prove me wrong, pounding the pavement lap after lap. Big battles all night long, all over the track. I tell you what, we got a battle right here, second and third. Why don't we go check in with a former race leader? He was up inside of your top 5, up inside of your top 2 for the majority of the night. Ran that stint long and now finds himself behind the 8-ball, a little bit back in traffic. Darren Clement, the 32 Kitty Coin Machine, down to the bottom of the racetrack, looking to take the 8th position away from Grober, and going to do so with a fair amount of ease. He has himself about 5 lap fresher tires. Not quite sure if that's going to come into factor, or if that was the factor in that pass being somewhat a little bit easier for Clement, but now he's got to start making up a lot of ground, a lot of time, and he doesn't have a lot of laps. And as we said, race fans, I mean, battles all over the racetrack all night long. There you can see your race leader trying to put a handful of drivers one lap down here, getting stuck in traffic for the time being. The 28 of Brian Tarnowski doing everything he can to try to keep himself on the lead lap. First man off of the lead lap in that turn 3 Tron truck. Ed HAUCK looking to try to get himself back onto the lead lap, running right there. Times comparative with your race leader. And I tell you what, we haven't been there much all night. Why don't we go inside the office of the man leading this field? Let's check out the driver's suit of Janigan inside of his machine, putting in work. Front shot looking over the hood of the Kitty Coin 27 of Janigan. Right there, you can see that, I believe that is the 28 of Tarnowski just off in front of him. Tarnowski doing everything he can to try to stay on the lead lap. Let's jump back on that Ghost Energy Sour Patch Kids sponsored number 12 Chevy Silverado of Brian Decker. Decker with a good run here tonight, up 13 positions, now running in the 8th spot. We do have a handful of other onboard camera shots. Let's go back here with the Ayers Eye Racing Paint sponsored 62 Ford F-150 of Stephen Ayers Jr. as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4, trying to run down a handful of drivers. He's got a bit of a gap to make up to catch that 35 of Brian Tiffany for a position on the racetrack. That's going to be 21st, 22nd battling for a spot here momentarily. And I tell you what, why don't we jump back outside of the car, back track side with a handful of your battles here tonight. Patrick Coro, Robert Hanratta going at it. Bailey Dutton still right here in the mix. Dutton looking for a position. Daniel Jensen next on the list for that 26 U.S. Auto Sales Machine. 2 Tundras trying to team up on a Chevy, and it looks like they're gonna have a little bit of a fight on their hands. The 8 of Hanratta trying to follow Coro through. He's going to do so here. These drivers trying to keep themselves on the lead lap. Tarnowski still listed on the lead lap right now. Your race leader, Clark Janigan, not able to put him down one lap just yet here. Job well done. Tarnowski doing everything he can. Let's go back right here. Let's take a look at it. Running that high side, keeping the momentum wound up, the RPM up in that 28 truck. Just doing all he can to try to stay on the lead lap. It's somewhat of bragging rights, you know. You kind of feel a little bit better at it, even if you finish a little further back in the pack or back in the field. Walking away from the track on the lead lap, just a little vote of confidence, you know. will step back away from your race leader with the 10 to go this time. The 11 of Daniel Jensen on the bottom of the racetrack trying to hold off Dutton on the top. We've seen Dutton play this out before earlier here tonight. That 26 U.S. Auto Sales truck really likes the high side, and he's going to prevail. He's going to take that position away. Watch him come around the outside here. And there it is. He's going to grab that spot. And Lucas Lyons with some trouble. Lyons down to pit road. Lyons loose off of 4, and he heads straight for pit road. Driver must have felt something under the truck not going right, in the 94 of Lucas Lyons wisely pulls his Chevy Silverado straight down to pit road. Will stay green flag racing with just 8 to go this time by. Janikin all but checked out. He had a 5.2 race advantage, now down to 3.9, so giving up right about 2 seconds here over the course of these final 25 laps. And he's still got quite a buffer zone to work with here. As the 99 drops to the bottom of the racetrack, Nicholas Wing and now Dutton going at it. Dutton wants nothing of that low line. He likes the top, and he's going to take that position away. Dutton slowly moving his way back towards the top 10. Let's check in with the man that stayed out on the track for one of the longest runs here tonight. Darren Clement in that 32 Kitty Coin Ford F-150. Now back in the top 10, knocking on the door of a top 5. He's got 2 more seconds to make up before he can get back to the top 5 position, but the man was once running in second. A little bit of a miscue on the pit stop strategy has called Darren Clement out. He's made a valiant run back through the field, but can Clement make his way back to second? That's going to be a hard-fought battle. He's got to make up about 7 seconds or so. Clement going to have quite a bit of a struggle to make up that much time, but nonetheless, let's jump up here with Justin Gann. He's continuing to battle with DeSaulnier, the 93 machine, still tucked in line right here. 35 of Brian Tiffany now listed off of the lead lap. Tiffany running a 1 lap down in that 20th position. Justin Gann able to make his way by. DeSaulnier also making his way by, and that was a blessing in disguise for Justin Gann. That separated himself from DeSaulnier for just a moment here. And speaking of DeSaulnier, let's take a look from inside the cockpit here if we can. Do we got one of them? There you go. Turn 3 gyro camera on board with DeSaulnier as he makes his way off of turn number 4 back across the stripe. Just 4 laps remaining here from Las Vegas. Let's take a look at the inside of that 99 Toyota Tundra. You can see he's been in the outside wall right front, beaten, battered, damaged, torn up a little bit. You can see right through the hood. That's not good. That's not supposed to be there. The fabricating shop gonna have themselves a handful with this truck once they get it back in. On board with Bailey Dutton. Dutton allowing us to put multiple cameras on his machine here tonight. Big shout out to the driver and crew for allowing us to put all of these great camera shots out there on track on board with him. How about the 48 of Eric Nowitzki right here running down that 17. Chris Wood's not on the lead lap, so this pass is only for track position, not for a position on track. A little bit confusing when you word it like that, Dave, but nonetheless, let's jump back outside of the car. Let's go check in with your race leader. Popsicle sticks on display last time around for your race leader. Clark Janikin has been the dominating truck here tonight, and he's going to look to continue his dominating ways. Your season 4 champion picking up right where he left off. Now that points are on the line. This man walked away with the pole position, walked away with leading all but about 10 laps here tonight. And that's gonna be it. White flag flies, final lap here tonight in the Casino Royale 152 in the American Sim Motorsport Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series Off of turn 2, once again down the backstretch and into turn 3 for the final time. Janikin, no worries at all, smooth sailing across the line, and there it is, all but done. Checkered flag in hand as Janikin crosses the line. Justin Gann gonna walk away with second to Saunter, slots home third. Great run from all of those drivers. Let's continue to watch some of these battles here. Coro and Dutton going at it back into turn number 3 here. The 91 trying to run down that 26. Is he going to be able to get there? No, not going to be able to get there off of turn number 4. Dutton going to walk away with the top 12. A heck of a run, heck of a job by all of these drivers here tonight. And just like that, we have got 100 laps in the books here tonight. Clark Janikin back on the front stretch, giving the fans in the stands a little something smoke show here tonight on the front stretch. My man getting it done, burning it down out there on the track. Getting it done, my man. I tell you what, job well done. Janikin with the race win, and he's going to walk the dog on the front stretch. Give all these fans a great photo opportunity, and we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside at the conclusion of a hot one under the lights right here in Sin City. The Casino Royale 152 did not disappoint. Green flag action all night long, clean and green from flag to flag. Man, what a run. And tell you what, let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with some of the drivers that walked away in these podium spots. Let's see if we can dial up the man that walked away third here tonight. Patrick, it's Dave. You got a copy?
How we doing, Dave?
I'm doing well, my man. How you feeling after the first podium of the first points race?
I am feeling good. Got out here in the all white kitty cat coin truck.
And you kept it clean too.
Yeah, for once.
Well,
Had to try
Patrick,
something new there.
yeah, you qualified third, you finished third. So, do you think you could have done anything differently on the strategy here tonight to maybe gain two more spots? Because you and Justin had a bit of a battle there on that last green flag run there. So, do you think if you did anything differently in the strategy, maybe you would have had a shot at catching up to Clark?
I don't think me and Justin could have caught Clark. The damage was done going into during the first round. Justin had a tough time getting up to join me and play the teammate game like Clark and Darren were, and then they made the damage there and walked away. Then I got separated from Darren and Clark on pit stops, and it took a little while for Justin to catch me, but hey, we got it. We started catching him. If it was one more pit stop, I think we would have got him.
Yeah, with the pit stops following the way they did it, it was I believe 3 full tanks is what it took to get to the end of tonight's race. Splash would have made it interesting, you know, but it is what it is. Heck of a race here tonight under the lights in Sin City. You can't ask for much but a green flag run all race long. A heck of a job by you and that 93 crew on and off of pit road. So before we let you go and enjoy the podium finish here tonight, Patrick, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Gotta definitely give a shout out to my team, Swift Motorsports over here with Stephen Ayers and Justin Gann, for giving me some tips on entry and stuff on the track. And then gotta give a big shout out to Kitty Cat Coin for helping out with the sponsorship, and then Infinite Hero for everything they do for our veterans out there.
Absolutely. Well, Patrick, again, congratulations on the top 3 finish here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you in one of these next few weeks.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the man that walks away from third place here tonight. Qualified in third, ran inside of the top 5 all night long. DeSaulnier with a good podium finish here to start off the season. Points in the bag. The 93 walks away in third. That's going to move us right along in the list, and let's see if we can't talk to one of our good old buddies out there riding in that 30 truck, Justin Gann. Man, long time no talk. How you feeling after a solid podium here tonight?
I will take it after that starting position, so I'm definitely excited to be up here.
Oh, what? You don't like starting 12th?
Yeah, man, you got to take the one off. I'll take that. You take the one off, I'll take P2.
Well, you did take P2. You're walking away P2, man. What are you talking about? I'm so confused, Justin.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I don't know. I just feel very lucky to be up here tonight because I didn't feel like I had the truck in the beginning of the race, and somehow I made it up here. So.
Well, man, you led a handful of laps, just a couple there through the green flag pit stops. Do you think there was anything you could have done with the strategy to play this thing out a little bit differently and maybe finish one position ahead of where you are here tonight?
Yeah, I was hoping I could drag another lap out of there, at least one of those two runs, and I think the fresher tires would have got me up there, but I don't know. Clark just had such a good lead there. He was really fast all night. So I mean, he was the man to beat. So congrats to him. Heck of a race. So.
Well, Justin, it's the first points race of the season, so you're going to walk away with a good amount of points in your back pocket. Long season still ahead of ourselves. We hope to catch up with you in the next few races. But before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous? Thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, gotta give a shout out to the sponsor, Kitty Cat Coin, Meow Meow, Ayers iRacing Paints. I gotta thank the team, Swift Motorsports over here. It's a little weird to say, but we got Pat and Steven. So everybody really had a good night. Steven had a little front end damage there, so race wasn't too good for him. But overall the team had a great run, so definitely shout out to all of them. Thank you for putting on a broadcast and everybody putting on league over here.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the second spot here tonight in the first points paying races season number 5, and we hope to catch up with you many more times throughout the rest of the season.
Dave.
All right, there you go. Final few parting words from Justin Gann, 30 driver, bringing that kitty coin truck home to a second place finish, and we seem to have a common theme here. Kitty Cat Coin with a lot of TV time here in post-race interviews, and guess what? It ain't over yet. It was over for the field, though. This man absolutely dominating performance here tonight. Let's see if we can't catch up with the Sin City man, Clark Janikin, man. Lights out performance. How you feeling after this race win?
Feel great, man. You love to put on a great performance like that at the home track. A little extra motivation tonight. I want to back up the championship too, but I hate losing here, and I always seem to have really bad luck. So it's nice to dominate this one and come out with the win.
Well, dominating is the exact word, man. You led pretty much the entire race here tonight. You snatched the pole award in qualifying. I think it was maybe 10, 12 laps at the most that you didn't lead. What's the story underneath that hood, man? Do we got to tear that thing down?
I mean, there's not much to it, really. It's you're wide open virtually the whole run. So I think just being out front to start with and being able to control the lines in the dirty air becomes a huge factor after 15, 20 laps. I was kind of able to drive away that first run, and from there it was just don't make mistakes, keep hitting your marks, and I was able to do that. Had some good teammates. Darren was working with me there. No need to battle the hell out of each other for no reason, and it paid off. I hate that he ran out of fuel, but Darren's gonna do Darren things.
We're not going to touch that one. We'll let you guys talk that one over. But nonetheless, Clark walking away with the first checkered flag of the points paying season here in season number 5. Next week, we switch gears, go to a little bit tougher of a track, in my opinion. Phoenix Raceway on tap next week. Do you think the momentum from the race win here tonight can carry over into next week's race?
You could give me all the momentum in the world going into Phoenix, and I'll still fall flat on my face. I'll be lucky to get a top 10 there, man. I hate that place, but it's good to start off on fire, get one early, and hopefully I won't fall too far back next week.
Well, man, you walked away in dominating fashion here tonight. You're going to have the points lead heading into Phoenix next week. If that makes you feel any better about it, you're going to have a little bit of buffer zone, so maybe it won't be too bad of a race, and who knows, you might shock the world and walk away with another checkered flag. We'll have to wait to see how it all pans out, but nonetheless, congratulations on just a lights out performance here tonight. All the fans in the stands and watching over there on the YouTube side of things, rooting you on the entire way, so congratulations to all your fans. Congratulations to your crew. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love you, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Oh, yeah. First off, appreciate you broadcasting this, man. I'm looking forward to watching this. All our league sponsors, Ed, appreciate him throwing all the money he does at this thing and getting us all together. Derek Spears Designs, butt kicker. Huge shout-out to the 280 ladies. Love them. Great group of guys. And who doesn't love big girls, right? Kitty Cat Coin for sponsoring. They're an amazing partner. Infinite Hero, Stephen Fish for making this paint scheme. And I think that about does it.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the dominating win here tonight at Las Vegas, and we'll see when we can catch up with you again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there you go. Clark Janikin. You heard him say it himself. It's not me throwing salt or dust at the man. He said it doesn't matter how much you give him at Phoenix. He's going to fall on his face. We'll see about that. You seem to be class of the field here tonight. Last season's champion. Starting off in championship form. Rest of the field better be on notice. You have got to do something about this fast Kitty Coin 27 machine. Janikin walks away with the checkered flag here tonight. What a race. What a night, race fans. Not much left for us to do here tonight. I mean, we're treated to one of the best races we've seen under the lights at Las Vegas Motor Speedway when the trucks start to get slippery and sliding around a little bit. All of these truck drivers able to keep things straight and keep them heading in the right direction. Job well done to the entire field, the entire league, here with the American Sim Motorsports Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Producers hitting those familiar music and tunes in the background so you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot here tonight. Checkered flag in hand for the 27 of Janikin. Justin Gann back in second, third place to the 93 of DeSaulnier. Nick Burlow back in fourth, and Eric Norwitzki rounding out here in top 5. After running out of fuel and running back up through the field, the 32 of Darren Clement walks away 6th. Ryan Decker back in 7th, 8th place to TJ Grober. Dave Gage not found here tonight, but he's going to finish in 9th. Josiah Strauss back in 10th. Jesse Hedges, Bailey Dutton back in 12th. Patrick Coro 13th. 14th belongs to the 11 of Daniel Jensen. Robert Hanratto will walk away with the final spot inside the top 15 of the Casino Royale 152. Brian Tarnowski back in 16th. 17th to Nicholas Wing. The Turn 3 Tron truck number 7 of Ed Houck gonna finish tonight's race back in 18th. 19th tonight belongs to Cody Schultz. Brian Tiffany, Stephen Ayers Jr. back in 21st, 22nd to Scott Bellum. Duncan Fall in 23rd, 24th to Ussery. Cameron Poling Woods Miller back in 28th. Hunt, Lyons, and Tulsky rounds out the 31 truck field here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What a race! What a night! Green flag racing all night long. If you haven't already, you gotta do it. Show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you like the content they produce each and every Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Join us in that push to 3,000. Drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And, well, we're going to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet ya in Turn 3.